This is the Friday, November 21st, 2025 weather update. Alright, today I have some weather to talk about. I'm just going to give you a day-by-day forecast of what we could be seeing. After the first week, it's kind of uncertain, so don't take anything that serious after the first week. But today we do have somewhat of a severe weather threat. You can see all this moisture over here, so I would just be prepared for some severe weather. We do have a marginal risk. Today we have a marginal risk. We have a 2% chance of tornadoes and a 5% chance of damaging winds over here. As I'm just going to show you the radar, what the radar could look like. Right now you can see we're seeing this disorganized precipitation. That's not that concerning. It's the second round. Over here we could see some damaging winds, so be prepared for that. Then it just it's not that organized, but I would still be prepared for maybe we could see a tornado or two in this green area. And then here we have a small tornado potential here. And we also do have a flooding threat. We have a 5% chance of seeing flooding within 25 miles of any given point, so watch out for that. That's today. So after all this precipitation, we have a small flooding threat. Over here we have a slight risk for flooding. That's a 15% chance of flooding within 25 miles of any given point. That is still pretty concerning, because if you're in this area, we're going to see several inches of rain today, and we could end up with some flooding problems. That was that round of rain, and then we have another one coming. You can see this is November 23rd. This is 2 days from now. We have another round of rain coming for our area. We're going to see some flooding problems with that possible, if like this area is going to be dealing with some flooding problems. And then this is around Thanksgiving. You can see we have this big cold Arctic blast that comes in. It doesn't look like it's going to bring us as cold temperatures. We're seeing around 33 sometimes. It's still going to be cold and below average, but still not terribly cold. If I show you everything on the precipitation side of things, you can see that we're seeing all this precipitation. I think that this has a high probability of causing some flooding problems. Over here we're seeing snow possible. This is uncertain. This is just the GFS model. The question here is, I don't think we're going to see snow, but if we can see a slight movement of the precipitation and the cold air come before the precipitation, we could see a bunch of snow in this area. But that is the chance of that is really low. And then you can see this next system. This is another thing that it's just the GFS model, and right now our area, a lot of the models aren't showing that much snow in our area, but as we get into December, I think we're going to see a lot more chances for snow. So just because we're not seeing snow earlier this December, or at least the models aren't showing that, things can change fast. We're going to have plenty of chances for snow this December. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on it, and I'll give you more updates. The 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, and you can see we are showing below average temperatures. And this is because all the Arctic air is pushing in, and that's going to cause a lot of cold temperatures for our area. So we're going to see several Arctic blasts probably. The 8 to 14 day outlook still shows a lot of cold temperatures. By the way, this is pretty far out. This is a week to 2 weeks out about, and you can see how we're seeing more cold temperatures. One more thing I wanted to show you is on the day 3 SPC outlook, they highlighted a marginal risk for central Texas, so I would watch out for some severe weather there. Maybe a tornado threat, probably a tornado threat, and then a damaging wind threat, and also a large hail threat. And then that's also going to bring some severe weather. I think there's a good chance of seeing severe weather come out here as the system moves farther that way. And that is all the weather talk I have for you today. Please subscribe to my channel and turn notifications on, that way you don't miss out on any new videos. I'm going to be giving you more updates on the Arctic blast and just the pattern of December. It's still looking really interesting, and I hope to see you on Tuesday. Goodbye. I'll see you in the next one.